Hey guys, so I'm going to have a look at a stem leaf diagram and some questions you might be asked about it. Stem leaf quite popular on the Leaving Cert. So originally I was given a list of numbers here. This here is my stem leaf diagram, and what I've done is I've put these numbers into this table here. This part here, the 789 is my stem, and these individual units are my leaf. So in this case, 75, well this is 10 units here and single units here. So 75 becomes 7 and 5. So 7 tens, 70 plus 5 is 75. And then I put in my 77 and my 78. So I put them in order from smallest to biggest, and once I finish my line of 70s, I move on to a separate line for convenience sake and to make it a little bit easier visually of my 80s. So I do 82 here, 84, 85, 86, 86, 86. See the way that 86 comes up 3 times. So I'm going to have to put in that 3 times here. And then I do my 90s. So I do my 93, my 95, my 96, my 96, and my 97. If I was doing this in the exam, as I put numbers in, I would tick them off as I go along, just to be sure that I haven't left one out. The biggest mistake people make is either leaving one out or not putting in a key. Now a key here just says, and you can pick any number you want, but I always pick the first one, 7-5 is 75. The reason we write this here is because we're not told what these units mean. That could be 7,500 or 7 million, like we don't know what it is, so we just need to be sure to add in the key. You could be asked to find the mean, the mode, the median, the range, anything about this. So I'm not going to do out the mean. The mean is add them all up, divide by the amount of numbers there. So you could do one of 2 things. If you're just given a stem leaf diagram, if you want to write out the list of numbers like this, you can. It makes life easier. So it doesn't matter whether you write out the list of numbers or whether you use the stem leaf to calculate these. It's the same difference. So the mean, I would add them all up and then divide by the amount of numbers there. Be careful. The amount of numbers there is the amount of numbers on this side here. So we don't include these 3. Because that's 75, 77, 78. So that's 3 numbers there. Even though there's 4 along there, it's 3 separate numbers. Same with the 80s here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To calculate the median is the middle number. So it's probably easier to use this line on the top here. So to rewrite out your stem leaf diagram. Because if you want to calculate the median of this, you take 1 from this side, 1 from this, 1 here, and so on, so on. So you keep going through your numbers like this, and you realise that there's 2 numbers in the middle. Let me just check that. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's halfway between the 86s there. And halfway between 86 and 86 is actually just 86. If I add the 2 of them together, divide by 2. Now, you could do it from the diagram. So do it from the diagram. That's the smallest number, that's the biggest. So I take 1 from this side. And I keep going like this. Here's where it gets confusing. So my next number here on this side is this, and then here. So then that, and that, that, and that, and I end up at the exact same point between 86 and 86. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. So I know I'm right. So the median is 86. The mode is actually quite easy. The number that comes up the most. If you look here, 86, 86, 86. Even though 6 comes up a lot of times, we only focus on the 86 because that's a different number than the 96 there. So the mode, the one with the most is 86, and the range here. So the range is the biggest one, it's the smallest. So in this case, it's going to be 97 minus 75. That gives me 22. Now, in your Leaving Cert, you might be asked for the interquartile range. And the interquartile range is the 3rd quarter minus the 1st quarter. Q3 minus Q1. We already have the median here. So if you look, we know what the median is, we worked it out. The median lies here. So what I need to do now is I need to figure out what Q1 and Q3 is. So for the Q1, we only are concerned about these numbers here. And what you could do is you could write them out to the side. I could write out 75, 77, 78, 82, 84, 85, 86 if I want. I could list out all these numbers here And then if we get the middle of them, so the middle of this half, which is going to be 82 there. Or I can do it on the diagram here. So I can start going, get rid of that, 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 and 82 is Q1. Check it. Remember, this is my median here, so we're only focused on this side. We've got 3 numbers this side of it, 3 that side. And I can do the same on this side. So 1 from there, 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 1 from there. And this could be Q3, 85, or 95, sorry. So, it's up to you. You can list the numbers out like that, or you can use the actual stem leaf diagram. So, Q3 is 5, or 95, sorry. We have to include this. Q1 is 82, so we do 95 minus 82, and my interquartile range there is 13. And so my interquartile range is 13. Interquartile range and range are a little bit different. The range there is 22, so it's the biggest one as follows. The interquartile range gives us a much more condensed look. So because we're looking at the third quarter and the first quarter, we're looking at where most of the numbers lie in the. And with these, we could have some severe outliers. So we should have some really small numbers and really big numbers. But because we're closer to the median here, we're getting a more accurate description of the spread of numbers. So you can see there's a vast difference between the two numbers there.